Seth is an intern who has asked Mariella, his supervisor, numerous times for a meeting to gain feedback and direction. However, meetings have been canceled and interruptions have occurred, leaving Seth in conflict of what to do. Seth decides to discuss this with his academic advisor. During their conversation, Seth expresses his frustration and uncertainty with regard to how to handle the situation. The academic advisor requests a meeting with Seth and Mariella in an attempt to resolve the existing conflict. Both Seth and Mariella are willing to meet and to discuss the conflict. Seth, Mariella, and the academic advisor meet at a scheduled time in a conference room to utilize the common ground strategy for conflict resolution.
Thank you both for agreeing to meet to discuss the situation. I want to ensure that you understand that the goal in this meeting is to reach a common understanding. I have spoken to both of you, and I am hoping that by listening to the concerns of the other party, some frustration and/or confusion will be alleviated. Before we get started, I would like to emphasize some ground rules. Please use positive and respectful language when speaking to each other. Do not interrupt, and please remember that anything we discuss is kept confidential. Are these rules agreeable?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's get started then. Seth, you can start by sharing your perspective with Mariella.
Okay. Mariella, I've been feeling very frustrated lately. This is my first internship, and I'm in need of feedback and direction from you regarding my performance. And I feel as though I'm not getting it. I've scheduled several meetings with the intention of meeting on a weekly basis, but it seems that each time we meet, you're distracted with other tasks or the meeting gets canceled altogether. I know we have discussed rescheduling, but when this occurs on a consistent basis, I do not feel heard or as though I'm benefiting from this placement whatsoever. I understand that you have various other responsibilities in addition to supervising me. However, I feel feedback and direction is needed in order for me to be successful.
Great. Mariella, please explain to Seth what you heard him say.
It sounds like you are very frustrated based on the number of times that I have had to either cancel our meetings or have been multitasking when we have met. I hear you saying that you need feedback and direction from me in order to be successful.
Seth, did Mariella hear you accurately, or is there anything you would like to add or clarify?
I think Mariella summed it up accurately.
Okay. Mariella, if you would go ahead and share your position. Seth, please be prepared to listen actively and summarize what Mariella says.
I currently have numerous responsibilities in this agency in addition to fulfilling the role as your internship supervisor. I'm doing the best I can to meet my professional responsibilities at this time. I was eager to accept an intern so as to offer my time and experience to support you in your education. However, it seems unrealistic to expect me to be able to successfully meet each week without interruption. Client safety is my priority, and there have been a few occasions where I have had to cancel to intervene in this regard. In addition, my hope is to facilitate self-direction and confidence in your own abilities, as I consider you to be very capable. I suspect that reducing our scheduled meetings to once or twice a month would be adequate.
Okay, I understand that you have multiple professional responsibilities in addition to supervising me. I hear that you were excited to accept an intern and extend yourself in this way to assist me with my education. However, it sounds as though meeting each week, as I had initially requested, is just not working. I understand that emergencies do come up and they have to be your priority, and that you consider me capable enough to meet once or twice a month instead of weekly.
Yes, I believe you heard me correctly.
Seth, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I feel some relief in hearing your perspective, Mariella. Your confidence in my abilities is, quite frankly, reassuring. I'm willing to meet twice a month, but need to be able to count on these meetings occurring as scheduled.
I hear that you are relieved that I consider you capable and that you are willing to meet twice a month for supervision, but need a commitment from me that I will be available.
Yes, that's correct.
I will do my best to commit to 2 scheduled monthly meetings, but you must remain mindful of emergencies that may not be expected that I may need to attend to. When we do successfully meet, I will forego all other tasks for the first half of our meeting except for emergencies to allow you some undivided attention.
Okay, it sounds like you're willing to commit to 2 monthly meetings and are willing to forego any other task for at least the first half of our meeting, with the exception of emergencies?
This is accurate. I would like to add, however, that the emergencies that do arise are also educational opportunities for you, and perhaps you could shadow me in these situations.
Okay, it sounds like you're willing to include me when emergencies do arise, and when they do actually influence our meetings, you're willing to allow me to shadow in order to offer me some educational benefit. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So if I may, I will summarize the progress that I am hearing, and you both can provide feedback as to whether I heard correctly. It sounds like instead of meeting weekly, you are both willing to meet bi-monthly. During these scheduled meetings, Mariella is going to forego all other responsibilities except emergencies, to devote her attention to Seth and any questions he has. If an emergency does arise during the scheduled meeting time, Mariella will allow Seth to shadow her for added experience. It sounds like Mariella has confidence in Seth to be able to self-direct his work, and that she suspects that reducing the number of meetings per month will actually benefit Seth. Does this sound like a resolution to both of you?
Yes, definitely. And Mariella, I really appreciate hearing your position on the matter.
Likewise, I think this plan will accommodate us both.